Boy, oh boy, we've got some breaking news, and you all are going to want to hear this one. The BRICS nations have been at a summit the last couple of days. This is going to be day 3, the last day of the summit, and they have invited Saudi Arabia to be a member of the BRICS nations. Now, to understand why this is important, we have to go back in history just a little bit, back to the 1970s, where the United States made a deal with Saudi Arabia, creating the petrodollar as we know it today. Now, basically what went down is America went over to Saudi Arabia and told them that they would do a couple of things for them, that they would protect their land. They would help protect the people of Saudi Arabia, number one. And number two, that they would help build an infrastructure, help build up their economy. So basically giving them a financial incentive. Now, in return, what the U.S. Requested was that Saudi Arabia, when selling oil, that they would only take the U.S. dollar in the transactions. So what that did, if any of you all know this as well, Saudi Arabia is like one of the #1 oil producers in the world. Right now, they hold 13% of the oil production, only behind Venezuela. So what that did, if everybody was transacting or purchasing oil with the U.S. dollar as agreed with Saudi Arabia, what that did was it created a demand for the U.S. dollar. Now, we've obviously benefited from this for the last 50 years. Our economy has been booming. You know, we've had the benefit of being able to have a strong U.S. dollar, and has given us a lot of leverage in the world to be able to enjoy the life that we've enjoyed. Now, with Saudi Arabia, just recently, actually, they transacted in oil. So they let somebody purchase oil with the Chinese yuan. That is a currency of China. And basically what this means is a stepping stone into the de-dollarization that they're planning. So with Saudi Arabia joining the BRICS nations, right, this is going to give them an opportunity to be able to transact in different currencies around the world outside of the US dollar. Now, I'll tell you what, if that happens, and it's already starting to happen, if that happens on a global scale or on a much larger scale, the impact that that will have on our economy, that will have on the demand of the US dollar, it can be detrimental. All right. So when the demand goes down for the dollar, the value of that dollar goes down. Now, when the value of the dollar goes down, what do you see? You see inflation. Look around, guys. Everything is inflated right now. And you think it's bad now, just wait. Wait for more countries to jump on this train and start transacting in oil outside of the US dollar. Wait for the adoption of this concept to really take a hold of the global economy. And what you'll have is the de-dollarization of the world, guys. More countries will be able to use their own currency to be able to transact for things like oil. And heck, you know, Russia, they're the largest, I believe, wheat producer in the world, or at least one of the largest. You know, if they start transacting on things like that outside of the US dollar, the US dollar, you know, a lot of people don't realize, but it's not even backed by gold anymore. Since the 1970s, that's what kind of pushed them to go make this deal with Saudi Arabia. But what have we noticed the last couple to few years? Central banks around the world stockpiling gold at a rate much faster. Actually, in the last 2 to 3 years, gold has been stockpiled by central banks more so combined in those 2 to 3 years than the last 50 years combined. Now, you tell me what that looks like, right? You've got the BRICS nations also about to come out. They have already revealed the plan that they're going to roll out their intention, their plan for a gold-backed digital currency. Now, obviously, with the whole digital economy taking place, the infrastructure being built, and everything that's going on around that, coupled with the fact of this idea of the de-dollarization, this will have serious implications for the entire global economy. And yes, it will affect you. It will affect me, your friends, your family. It will come down to the people on the bottom, guys. So I'm not saying any of this to scare anybody. What I am telling you to do is prepare. Now, you ask, how can I prepare? Man, knowledge is power if applied, right? So take the time to research what is going on in this world. It may be boring to you, but it will affect you in some way, shape, or form. It already is, and it will down the road as well, guys. You need to study the digital economy. You need to study how these digital assets are going to be utilized in the new economy. We are walking straight into the fourth industrial revolution, guys. Money is changing. Everything else in our world has changed technologically. Money has been behind. We're on a 70-year-old, 70-year-old system right now that is extremely antiquated. It's old, it's slow, it's inefficient, it's expensive, and it's just not a very good system in comparison with all the new technologies we have in this world. So you better bet that money is moving over to the new system. It is moving over to be digital. 93% of central banks in the world have expressed interest in CBDCs, the central bank digital currencies. Now, guys, when you put all this together, there is a big storm brewing. I believe so. So do what you want with this information. I recommend you study this information. I'm not recommending you go out and buy any particular digital asset. I can't really tell you to do that, but what I can tell you to do is to research this stuff, and I think you'll find the answer for yourself. Guys, if you appreciated or liked this video, please go ahead and smash the like button. Share it with your friends. I want this information to get out to as many people as possible. I am a normal man. I've got a wife and 2 kids. I've got a normal job. I'm actually sitting inside my work truck right now in between appointments. Nobody's paying me to tell anybody this. I have not made it that big. Hopefully one day I do. But I'm just telling you this information because it's become a passion of mine to understand the new system that is being built and that is coming very soon, guys. Well, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to do my best to keep updating with more videos to come as this thing progresses. But I appreciate y'all, and I hope you have a great day.